In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Life is a journey filled with questions, challenges, and moments of doubt. We often find ourselves at crossroads, pondering the deeper meaning of our existence and the events that shape our lives. The question, does it all make sense, is one that has echoed through the ages, from ancient philosophers to modern thinkers, as we seek to understand the purpose and significance of our experiences. The human quest for meaning. From the moment we become aware of our own consciousness, we are driven by a need to make sense of the world around us. This quest for meaning is at the core of the human experience. It is what pushes us to explore, to create, to build relationships, and to search for answers to the profound questions that arise in our lives. We ask ourselves, why am I here? What is my purpose? Why do things happen the way they do? These questions are universal, transcending time, culture, and geography. They are the questions that have fueled the development of philosophy, religion, science, and art. They are the questions that drive us to seek answers in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. But what happens when the answers are not readily apparent? What happens when the events in our lives seem random, unfair, or devoid of meaning? It is in these moments of uncertainty and confusion that we are most likely to ask, does it all make sense? The role of suffering in understanding. Suffering is an inevitable part of the human experience. Whether it is the loss of a loved one, the pain of a broken relationship, or the struggles of daily life, we all experience suffering in some form. It is during these times of suffering that the question of meaning becomes most acute. We want to understand why we are going through these difficult experiences and what purpose they serve. Suffering, however, is not without its purpose. It can be a powerful catalyst for growth and transformation. Many of the world's greatest spiritual teachers have taught that suffering is a necessary part of the journey toward enlightenment. It is through our struggles that we learn the most about ourselves and the world around us. Suffering forces us to confront our deepest fears, to let go of our attachments, and to embrace the impermanence of life. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and author of Man's Search for Meaning, famously said, "In some ways, suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning." Frankl's experiences in the concentration camps taught him that even in the most horrific circumstances, it is possible to find meaning and purpose. His words remind us that the way we respond to suffering can determine whether it breaks us or strengthens us. The power of perspective. One of the keys to finding meaning in life is the ability to shift our perspective. Often we become so caught up in the details of our lives that we lose sight of the bigger picture. We focus on our problems, our failures, and our disappointments, and we begin to believe that they define us. But when we step back and look at our lives from a broader perspective, we can begin to see how everything fits together. Consider the metaphor of a tapestry. Up close, a tapestry may appear to be a jumble of threads with no discernible pattern or design. But when we step back and look at the entire tapestry, we can see the beautiful and intricate picture that those threads create. Our lives are much like that tapestry. The individual events and experiences may seem random or chaotic, but when viewed from a larger perspective, they form a coherent and meaningful whole. This shift in perspective is often what allows us to find meaning in even the most difficult circumstances. It enables us to see how our challenges have shaped us, how our failures have taught us valuable lessons, and how our relationships have brought us both joy and growth. It is through this broader perspective that we can begin to answer the question, does it all make sense? With a resounding yes. The role of faith and spirituality. For many people, faith and spirituality provide a framework for understanding the meaning of life. Spiritual traditions around the world offer teachings and practices that help individuals make sense of their experiences and find purpose in their lives. Whether it is through prayer, meditation, ritual, or community, spirituality can provide a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. In times of difficulty, many people turn to their faith for comfort and guidance. Spiritual teachings often emphasize the importance of trust and surrender, encouraging individuals to let go of their need to control and to place their trust in a higher power. This act of surrender can be incredibly liberating, as it allows us to release our fears and anxieties and to find peace in the midst of uncertainty. Rumi, the 13th century Persian poet and Sufi mystic, wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." This quote captures the essence of how faith and spirituality can transform our suffering into an opportunity for growth and enlightenment. It is often through our wounds, our moments of pain and vulnerability, that we open ourselves to the divine and allow ourselves to be healed. The importance of purpose. Finding purpose in life is one of the most effective ways to make sense of our experiences. When we have a clear sense of purpose, we are better able to navigate the challenges and setbacks that come our way. Purpose gives us direction and motivation, helping us to stay focused on what truly matters. Purpose can take many forms. For some, it may be a commitment to a cause or a career that brings them fulfillment. For others, it may be the desire to build meaningful relationships or to contribute to the well-being of others. Whatever form it takes, purpose provides a sense of meaning that can sustain us through difficult times. When we align our actions with our purpose, we create a sense of coherence in our lives. Our decisions and choices become more intentional, and we are better able to see how each moment contributes to our overall journey. This sense of coherence is what allows us to look back on our lives and see the meaning in our experiences, even in the midst of hardship. The mystery of life. At its core, the question, "Does it all make sense?" is a reflection of the inherent mystery of life. There are some things that we may never fully understand, no matter how much we ponder or analyze them. Life is full of paradoxes, uncertainties, and unknowns, and it is this mystery that makes life so rich and complex. Rather than trying to solve the mystery of life, we can learn to embrace it. The mystery invites us to approach life with curiosity and wonder, to be open to the unexpected, and to find joy in the unfolding of each moment. When we embrace the mystery, we free ourselves from the need to have all the answers, and instead allow ourselves to be guided by intuition, faith, and trust. The poet Rainer Maria Rilke once wrote, "Be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart, and try to love the questions themselves." So, does it all make sense? The answer may not be a simple yes or no. Life is a complex tapestry of experiences, each thread contributing to the overall picture. While we may not always understand the meaning of each individual thread, when we step back and view the tapestry as a whole, we can begin to see how everything fits together. As you dive into, "Does it all make sense?" remember that unlocking your mind's potential is key. If you missed my video on Turn on Your Brain, check it out to deepen your understanding. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated.